Welcome to AI for Seniors course by AryaTv.ca. Learn and earn without coding. If you are over 40, 50, or even 60 plus, not from a technical background, confused or worried about artificial intelligence, curious how others are earning online using AI, backhand index pointing right, this course is designed for you. You do not need coding skills, technical education, expensive software, prior AI experience. You only need basic computer or mobile usage, willingness to learn, 1 to 2 hours a day. What this course is really about. This course is not about becoming a programmer. It is about using AI tools like apps, saving time, creating income-friendly skills, staying relevant in 2026 and beyond. Think of AI like a smart assistant that works for you, not something you need to build. Why AI is important for seniors, simple truth. In the past, hard work equals physical effort. Income equals long hours. Today, smart tools equals leverage. AI equals productivity partner. AI allows seniors to work from home, use experience instead of speed, earn without physical strain, stay independent longer. Follow AryaTv.ca for update news about these courses.
Have you ever thought about whether technology could be, a real friend? A true companion? That's what we're diving into today. We're looking at how artificial intelligence is showing up in the lives of older adults. And yeah, it's got some amazing potential, but it also brings up some really big questions we got to talk about.
Yeah, that's a feeling I think we've all had, right? A new phone, a new app, it can all feel a bit much sometimes. And a big fancy term like artificial intelligence definitely sounds complicated. But here's a thought. What if AI isn't here to make things more confusing, but to actually make life simpler?
All right, so let's get right into it. We're going to start by just pulling back the curtain on this whole thing. Let's see what AI really is in this context. And a quick hint, it's probably not what you've seen in the movies.
Okay, so the first thing we need to do is kind of reset how we think about AI. Seriously, forget all the scary robots from sci-fi movies. Instead, just picture a really helpful assistant, something you can ask for help with anything, that can remind you about that doctor's appointment or find a good recipe for dinner. It's basically a tool that's on call 24/7 and it never ever gets tired.
And this is why we're even talking about this. 1 in 4. That's a huge number. The National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine found that nearly a quarter of older adults feel socially isolated. That's a really serious problem, and it's exactly the kind of challenge that this new tech is trying to tackle.
So, okay, how does this actually help in the real world? Well, the benefits are pretty concrete. You've got AI companions like this social robot LQ that can chat with you or play games. You've got tools like ChatGPT that can help you write an email to your grandkids or give you a nudge to take your medicine or just, instantly answer a question you have. It's all about making day-to-day life a little bit easier.
But it's not just about the practical stuff. Not at all. AI can also be a ton of fun and a great way to keep your brain sharp. You can ask it literally anything about history, science, you name it. You can play trivia, solve puzzles. You can even get it to help you write a story or a poem for your grandkids. It's just a really easy, no-pressure way to stay creative and have some fun.
Okay, so we've talked about companionship and fun. Now let's shift gears a bit and look at how this same technology can be used for something incredibly important: safety. We're going to look at a real-world example of an AI that's literally designed to be a guardian.
All right, meet the Centenary 2. At first glance, it just looks like a camera. But inside, it's running some pretty smart AI. And its whole purpose, its one and only job, is to detect one specific thing: a fall.
And how it works is actually pretty simple. You've got the camera, which just watches the room. The AI inside has been taught what a fall looks like. It knows the patterns of movement. And if it sees that happen, bam, it sends an alert straight to a caregiver's phone. It's designed to be simple, direct, and super fast.
But I know what you're thinking. A camera in the room? What about privacy? And that is a huge question. But this is where the tech gets really clever. See, the camera sees the whole room, right? But the AI processes that image. What the caregiver actually sees on their phone is just a simple stick figure. So it gets the vital information across without sacrificing anyone's dignity. Pretty smart.
So does it actually work? Well, a pretty thorough review found that it's about 80% accurate in detecting falls during tests. Now that's really good, but it also tells us something important. It's a great tool, but it's not perfect. It's not foolproof.
And like with pretty much any piece of tech, there are trade-offs. On the pro side, that accuracy is a big plus, and it's smart enough to tell the difference between residents and visitors. But on the con side, the review noted that installing it can be a pain. You might even have to damage the walls. And then there's just the feeling of it. Having a camera in your space can feel, a bit intrusive, like you're constantly being watched.
And that feeling, that brings us to the really deep part of this whole conversation. Because it's not just about, does the gadget work? It's about what it means when we bring these kinds of gadgets into our homes, into our most private spaces. Which leads to the million-dollar question, who's actually in control here? When we install a smart device in a home, who decides how it's used? Who owns the data it collects? You see, this isn't a tech problem, it's a people problem.
And this chart really lays it all out, the two sides of the coin. On one side, you've got all our hopes for this tech, right? We want it to be easy to use, we want it to help us, to empower us. But on the other side, well, that's where the challenges are. Things like keeping our data safe, making sure the AI isn't biased, and that tricky issue of who holds the power in the home.
Yeah, let's talk about that term power dynamics. It sounds academic, but it's actually really simple. It's just about who's in the driver's seat. So think about it. Let's say an adult child installs one of these cameras for their parent. Who decides when it's on? Who sees the alerts? Even with the best intentions in the world, the person who set up the tech can end up making all the privacy choices for the person who actually has to live with it.
So this all comes down to a really delicate balancing act, doesn't it? It's progress versus protection. How do we get all the benefits without giving up what's most important?
And in the end, that's what this is all about, a trade-off. On one side, you have the incredible promise of AI, more independence, better safety, more connection to the world. But on the other side, there's a price. And that price can be a loss of privacy, tricky new ethical questions, and just dealing with complicated tech. We absolutely have to understand both sides of this deal.
So, I'm going to leave you with this one final thought to chew on. As AI becomes more and more a part of our lives, as our companion, our helper, and even our guardian, we have to stop and ask a really critical question. Who is caring for our privacy?
Before we finish, let me say this clearly. If you would like to learn more about artificial intelligence, and if you want to take part in our practical AI courses, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with others who may feel the same way you do. Many people want to learn, but they don't know where to start. You can help them by simply passing this video along. In our next videos, we will introduce the most useful AI applications for seniors. Teach them step by step in simple language. Show how to use AI without learning any code. Focus on tools that save time, reduce stress, and simplify daily tasks. We will also present AI applications that can support financial independence and help create practical income opportunities for everyday life, ethically, safely, and realistically. Remember, you don't need to become technical. You don't need to compete with younger generations. You only need the right tools explained the right way. Your experience still matters. And with AI, it can work for you, not against you. Thank you for watching, and welcome to AryaTv.ca-Academy. This is just the beginning.